Here we are. This is the basics of holding the stick. Here, you see I've got my thumb in the middle there, and in the middle of the stick to keep it balanced, and what I'm going to do is warm up my wrist, my elbows and my shoulder. By rotating it like this is going to help me keep it mobile through my hands. Here again, the important thing is to remember your stick can't be too large. You want it to be fairly thin. It makes it easy to spin round. Lighter weight, again, less work on the joints. You've got to try and think, if you have a heavy oak bow, then rotating it round and getting your wrist to spin and stuff like that, it's going to be a lot of pressure on your wrist. So you've got to think relevant size and weight for what you need. So as you can see, I've pointed to the top there. That means this is the green, and I've got a staggered stance just so I can keep myself a bit narrow, so I can help build up speed as I go through the rotation. Now, if you look at the rotation here, I've slowed it down. I'm opening my hands there, and there you see the difference if I keep my hands closed, my little fingers wrap around. So if I open my hands, you see I get a bit of spin. Once I get a bit more warmed up, then I can pick up the speed and I can start using my body. Then exactly the same thing, other side, left arm and leg forwards, and he's getting that spin. You see I can get that double spin on the ride there. Now double-handed. From the top there, we're bringing it, spinning it round, using two hands facing opposite ways. This is going to help it go through there. And now practicing the turnover. Now you see I grab underneath. By grabbing underneath, it allows me to get an extra rotation in when I spin. If I grab on top, I actually lose about half a rotation, and then so it looks like that little bit more jerky. So always, with the hand that's in, goes on top, and you put your empty hand on the back of the hand that you've got the stick, and once you get it, you can see he picks up the speed quite a bit. Okay, right, now practicing rotations from the front. So same sort of principle. So I'm going to place my hand on top here, and now I've got my fingers away. Now the way I think about this more than anything else is about where my elbows are going. So elbows by my side, and I go down and come up. I have to stay the same way every single time, otherwise when I start doing quite a few of these, obviously as you speed up you will do more, my hand will start moving up the stick, and then once you get comfortable with it, you've got to try and push it as fast as you can. And the important thing is I'm holding with my thumb. I'm grabbing it with my thumb, hardly anything else as well. Then I just practice the same from the top. So get my wrist moving first of all to practice getting maximum rotation. You see my thumb is going past myself there, and I'm just trying to get it spinning around the spot. Again, start off slow, build up speed, get faster and faster as much as you can. Okay, you don't see this at the end of the video because I cut it out, but basically I just threw it a couple of practices before the video. I threw it over my head. Now this one here, now this is the pass over. It's the same principle, but it's teaching me to bring it round. So as I go slow, it's going to look a little bit jerky. Okay, but once you pick up the speed, you bring it there. So I can go from low block there and down. This is another good way to get maximum mobility with your shoulders, elbows back as you're pulling it around. Okay, and then up, over, spin, round, back, up, over, spin. So it's the same pass above my head, but rather than keeping it going, I'm going from one side to the other. It's teaching me to keep the stick close to my head as I pass it over. Again, really important. And then you dropped it into my own face then. That I keep it as close to me as possible. Right, now the double roll. So Chumbi position with the stick and go over. So you see this is the full motion. This is what I'm really looking for. So look, I'm trying to get my hand on top of my elbow. Okay, so imagine the back of your hand runs up to your elbow. That's what we get there. So I bring it across and down. And again, the thumb is doing most of the work holding it, and everything else is just going around. And once I've got the speed, I can start going there. And look how much I've got my body. So I start off low, and as I get faster, I pull myself up straighter. Okay, so from there, you see I've got my left hand comes all the way over there. The tighter I get it to myself, the tighter it will spin. Just like any jump, spinning, kick, if everything's out wide, it will be slow. Once you get comfortable with that, you try and push the speed as fast as you can. Okay, practicing to go like this, it's actually quite a good ab workout, trying to get that to work there. So a minute of that would be way tougher than a minute of plank. Okay, so that's the normal forward spin there. So again, staggered. Now practicing backwards. Again, it's just going to get your body moving a different way. Now this isn't in the competition form, Okay, but it does teach you that there. With the competition form, if you want to change it to suit yourself, make it your own form, you can. Okay, it's a form I created to help people do something a little bit different in competition, so you're more than welcome to modify it as much as you like as well. Okay, again, it's not one of those things that's ever going to be in the syllabus, so you can have as much fun with it as you like. Okay, so now passing around the back. This is an important bit here, so I go around the back, both palms up there, and I lean forward so it doesn't hit my head. Pass above my head as the one we practiced previously, round it up, and again, getting a maximum rotation. If you look, I'm just holding it with my thumb as it comes across. So it's important why it has a light stick. You have a light stick. So I start with my right and pass to my left. You can start with your left and pass to your right. Go to there, and if you look, both thumbs are pointing up towards my head. I lean forward so it doesn't hit the back of my head. Go up and round. You see, when I bring it up above my head, as soon as that, my right hand is there early. Don't get your left hand, so the one that's bringing it round to the back, there first, and your right hand's there. Otherwise, right hand's not there. Otherwise, there'll be a massive gap as you pass it through, and it won't look as flowing. Right then, now adding a step into it. Go up and around. Okay. It wasn't particularly smooth, but you start off slow and get the idea to pass it through. So I start on my right, spin, look at stagger stance, right foot forwards, pass it to my left. Now my foot steps round backwards, and I spin it above my head as we've just been previously practicing, and I bring it round to a low block. So right hand, left, round the back, above the head, and through. Once more, there, pass it to my left, bring it round, pass it, drop down and spin around my foot. So break it down slowly and build it up. Right, left, round, above the head and through. Once you get comfortable with it, you see it flows through quite nicely. Okay, now the full backspin. So it just stays behind your back the whole time, so above your head. Now this one is in the competition stick form I'm going to show you. So it goes out, so I load it, and I bring it round. I tuck my right hand in. Left hand goes behind the back, and I bring it up. Right hand there catches the back of my hand, so the palm of my right hand is on the knuckles of my left hand as I pass it over. And again, as it goes through my back, here, look, I load, go round, up and over to my head and out. So it's the same as the backspin as we've just done, but it stays completely on my back. So I need that to go in, through, up, over there. And look, again, my right hand, as soon as I pass it to my left, my right hand goes straight up to catch it. The gap happens when your right hand is delayed afterwards. Okay, right now the baseball bat swing. So it's going to come round, goes underneath my left arm, over my head with my left, and then pass it round to my back. Okay, it's one of these moves that looks more complicated than it actually is. So it's important you have your hands set up in the right position, and also, when I said before, the length of your stick is important. If you've got a really long stick that's longer than you, it's going to hit your ribs every single time, so you'd have to push it further. Okay, so round onto the back there, so you grab it this way here and up and around. The reason for that is when in the competition form, when you do the kick, it's very difficult to do any circular kicks with a stick in front of you. So you have to stick behind your back. It's a lot easier. So there, round up above the head and through. Now onto the competition bong form. So we go from here, low block, load up into my right hip, right arm and leg out. Now bring my right foot back onto my left hand side, spin it round, low, load up onto my left arm and leg, forward strike. Now my left leg's going to come back, left hand's going to go to my right hand side, double roll through there. Then we've got the baseball bat swing we've just practiced. So onto my right hand side, round above my head, catch to the back. Any circular kick, double, so roundhouse there, spin above my head, step through, and stab. Again, you can change that as much as you like to make it your own. Low, high, side strike. Step forward to the corner, low, side, side. And I see I changed my hips to make it look more powerful. Low, high, side strike. Those of you bong form 2. Low, side, side. Low dip back, so double spin. Low block round. Right foot up, so this is just like bong form 1. Side strike. strike out, bring it above my head, do the back spin, go up and round. Okay, and then I'll just pass it across. So it's like the backward spin we did before, but I've just gone into a low reverse stance to make it look a little bit more fancy. Okay, there, bring it into my right hand, figure of 8, 1, 2, 3, pass it over, step backwards, low down. Again, I don't slam it because that stick will smash the bits in the floor. And figure of 8, pass it to my left hand, right hand even, 1, 2, step back, drop it down. Okay, and then I'll spin back to Chumbi. Okay, now exactly the same thing as full speed. So I won't be able to talk over this because when you do it, you should be, once you got comfortable, you should be pretty fast with it. Just think bong form 1. The windmill kick this time, just so you can do any variation of the spinning kicks. So I did roundhouse sort of first, and then windmill kick that side. And then here I'm looking to use my hips, bit of speed, just to change up the dynamic of the form to make it interesting. So mess that up a little bit. Down, low reverse, spin it up and round. Again, normally I would slam that into the floor, but lightweight stick and patio is not going to mix very well. And that's the competition bong form. Don't forget, you can mess around with as much as you like and add your own bits. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.